What is up, YouTube? It's Twinn here, and welcome to episode 5 of Gaming with Twinn, Age of Empires. Today we're going to be jumping right into the 5th scenario of the Ascent of Egypt learning campaign, and it's entitled Skirmish, which means there's going to be combat this time, and it's really exciting. The previous 4 scenarios haven't really been the most interesting things to play in the world, so I have high hopes for the coming scenarios. Alright, so we're up to 5500 BC, and I'll go ahead and read the scenario instructions. So with new technologies for obtaining food, populations along the Nile have been growing for many generations. Neighboring tribes are moving toward conflict as they strive to control good food lands, tool stone sites, and defensive positions. Recently, raiding parties from the Upper Egypt, upriver but to the south, have been coming down the river. Food gatherers nearby have spotted one such party. Intercept and destroy these invaders before they infiltrate your village sites and stores of food. Alright, so this is I'm going to guess that this is going to be a quick little skirmish. Destroy the enemy tribe is the goal. Alright. And all it's going to teach us today is basically how to fight, which I think I can handle it. So, alright, let's jump right into it. Okay, looks like we've got a little army here of 7 soldiers. It looks like we've got 2 different types of units. We've got the Egyptian bowmen, and we've got the Egyptian axemen. Alright. So, we're just going to strengthen numbers. We're just going to move around the map here. We've got full fog of war, and the map doesn't seem like it's that large, so we're just going to move around and see if we can't find this tribe that we're supposed to be defeating. Looks like we've got a water mass over here. We've reached some kind of a shore. Right, let's make sure you don't get too far ahead, buddy. That's a sure way to die. Now, I wonder how many men that we're going to be going up against. The scenario gives us 7. And the scenarios up to this point haven't been very difficult, so I'm going to guess that they're not going to throw us at 7 other tribesmen all at once. Oh, and we've reached the edge of the map. I wonder if we don't encounter several groups of tribesmen. The good thing is that the map isn't very large, and we found our first enemy, also an Egyptian axeman. Alright, the strategy here is to focus all of my men on one soldier at a time, so that we can kill that soldier, and the damage output of the opposing group of soldiers will diminish. Well, it looks like, I guess that was 6 men total. But we kind of ran into them one at a time, which is really great for us. I mean, 7 on 1. That's pretty good odds, and that was it. That most of the 3rd defeated. Man, that was too short. You know what? I'm just gonna have to play another scenario in this episode. That was really short. I guess it was just supposed to teach us how combat works, and that's cool. But that's another stale scenario. Let's see, the Lower Egypt successfully held off invasion and raids from the south, maintaining its autonomy for many years. Upper and Lower Egypt grew into independent kingdoms. The conflict between the two was resolved late in the 4th millennium BC. Alright. Well, let's see, we had 33 military and 34 economy, and yes, we survived. 167 total score. Took 1 minute and 56 seconds to complete that scenario. Alright, and the next one is called farming. Well, let's just jump into it, guys. Why not? Right, so we're at 5000 BC now, and the instructions read that the invaders of Egypt have been stopped, at least temporarily, but migrants and traders continue to enter the region. Those from Mesopotamia have brought the techniques of farming and herding to the Nile region. The future of Egypt depends on making use of the great natural advantages of the Nile Valley, primarily through agriculture. Food surpluses are the basis for increasing population, economic power, and the achievement of civilization. Expand your village through farming and build a surplus of 800 food. Find and control a ruin rumored to exist on the other side of the Nile. Beware of encroaching Nubians from the north. Awesome, we have a competitor. So we have to stockpile 800 food. We have to control the ruin, and we're going to be using farming for the first time. So before we can build farms, we have to build a market. To farm, we click a villager and then right-click a farm. Makes sense. The villagers gather food and deposit it at the town center or granary, whichever is closer. It's added to your stockpile. Alright, so we get to add farming to the game, which in future Age of Empire games, I always really liked to invest in farming because it is a continuous resource. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so, wow, we've already got quite a few people here. We've got a clubman here, and a clubman here. We've got a few villagers, and we need to stockpile food. That's the goal. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is build up an economy. We are going to get these villagers gathering food. So here's a granary right here. Perfect. And we're going to create some more villagers. Alright. So we've just got the 3 clubmen over here. Looks like we've got 3 houses. So our population cap at the moment is 16, and we are already in the Tool Age. So we've also got a Egyptian barracks set up over here, where it looks like we can train additional clubmen, and we can upgrade our battle axe. That's interesting. Alright, so we got I heard a new villager was created. There he is. He's hidden behind this tree. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to have to build a market. Let's see, a market. Page. Market, 150 wood. We have 100 wood. We're going to start gathering wood, and the first wood we're going to gather is from this little tree here that is blocking the way of where villagers spawn. We've got these guys gathering food. We're going to pump out another villager. My strategy is normally to pump out as many villagers as possible early, build up a large enough economy, and only build up enough soldiers to just really defend myself. Later on, once my economy is thriving and pumping out resources, then I turn my attention to the military side of things and build the largest armies possible and attempts to outnumber and overwhelm my opponents. It doesn't always work, but it has worked well for me over the years, it seems. Let's build another villager, just to get our numbers growing here. Alright, and at 150 wood we'll be able to build a market. And we're not exactly sure where we'll build that. Let's have some of our military here scout a little bit. Scout out the area. Got a new villager. Oh, he spawned on this side. So it doesn't spawn villagers in the same place every time. That's good to know. Got some trees up here. Alright, well, I'll bring this clubman back over here. Let this guy explore in this direction. So this is just a coastline over here. Let's come down this way. Oh, we're right next to the edge of the map down here. So, yeah, this is just going to be the edge of the game. Alright, we're about to be at 150 wood, and we'll be able to build a market, and we're going to do that right now. So I'm going to build a market. Let's see how big it is. It's not too big. Why don't we place it right here? I didn't say anything about them having to drop food off here, or anything off here, really, so I guess it doesn't really matter where it is. It doesn't have to be in proximity to anything. Got another villager. Alright, we're going to keep working on wood. We can't have everybody on food. And I believe in other Age of Empires games I've played that farms normally cost wood, so that will become important. Nothing too interesting here. We have an opponent here. It looks like a villager. And you came to the wrong place, pal. Get some more villagers going. How close is the target? It's almost done. Perfect. Wow, they are slow. He's taking good damage. Right. You can run, but you can't hide, sir. We've got our market complete. I'm going to put this guy on wood. And that's that. It's a little sad, but the villager was in the wrong place at the wrong time for sure. How close are, they say, the Nubians? This is Ramses. The history and the actual in-game opponent don't seem to match up. I might have missed something, but I thought I read the Nubians. I wonder how close they are. And I'm guessing that my opponents won't be too aggressive early on. I mean, this is one of the early scenarios. This is really one of the first scenarios I've played where it actually feels like what the Age franchise is supposed to feel like, where you have an objective and you have an opponent across the map that hopefully is going to try to thwart you. Okay, so we've got the farm, woodworking, stone mining, gold mining, domestication. Oh, that's just a boost to food production for farms, so that means that we must be able to make farms already. These guys are out of food, so it's a good thing, or out of food to collect. Alright, so we're going to build a farm. We have not enough wood. We need people on wood. Alright, so new strategy. Everybody gather wood, and every 75 food, or every 75 wood, we will build a farm. We just invested in a buff to farms, and I'm not exactly sure what I paid for that, whether it was wood or meat. But I would guess it is meat because we didn't have a lot of people gathering wood, so I don't think that we had accumulated very much wood at all. Hopefully our 3 clubmen will suit us alright for a little bit. Oh, there's nothing. Oh, here's the path right here. Okay. Yeah, it would have been really easy for me to just call this a coastline and not defend it, but this is actually a path through the water right here. Alright, so we're going to, rather than exploring too far away, we're just going to post you right here. Post up, we have 119 wood. Let's get one of these guys. Let's build a farm right here by the granary. Let's take another guy and build a farm close to it. Oh, right here. That looks good. I'm interested to see if people can walk through the farms. Before I build any more, I'm going to check that out. I'm pretty sure in other games you can walk through farms, but I'm not going to assume that. That would be bad if I blocked myself off. Gotta make sure I can walk around my structures. How much is a clubman? It's 50 food. It's just like building a villager. And our population is at 11 right now. All economy. Except for 3 clubmen, of course. Keep scouting out a little bit. Alright, so if he has to walk around the farm. Okay, so that is good to know. Alright, we'll be kind of careful with how we do this. Okay, so let's build some farms. They can drop off at the town center, so let's build some over here. Well, is that the best thing to do? Yeah, I guess because it's... Well, we'll start by building one right here as far to the left as it can go. Alright. We'll kind of build around here. Okay. So right now we've got 4 on wood gathering, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 farms that we have up and running, so that's a pretty decent start. Population is up to 11. Alright, we're gonna create some more villagers. Now that we've got our farms gathering resources, and they're gonna be continuously gathering resources. That's the great thing. The farm's not going to, at least I hope it's not going to suddenly run out. It should be a continuous resource. Oh, well, it looks like there's a limit. I wonder if... Well, I mean, I guess you could just rebuild the farm. We'll see how that works. That'll make it to where there he is. That, I guess, will make it so that we have to pay attention to our farms. We can't just build them and forget about them like you can in later games, which kind of stinks a little bit. I'd really like to just build them and forget about them, but if that's just going to be a fact of life in this game, then we'll have to deal with it. Yeah, there's a meat count here, so I'm interested to see how the game resolves that once it hits 0. I would imagine that the game that the farm will suddenly have been harvested and need to start over, and that'll cost more wood. So I'm sure that will be the case. We've got quite a few trees up here. Once we clear out some more of these, I'll build a storage pit somewhere around here so that we can just more efficiently gather wood from this area. We've got another villager here, and let's just keep food production going. If we have to go take over a ruin site to the north, we're going to need a military, and the military apparently costs food. So, alright. Actually, let's start building some clubmen. Population is at 13. Let's get another villager. That'll bring it to 15. We'll have this villager build a house. Look at our little city we got going here. Alright guys, for the first time since I started the Age of Empires series, I actually feel like I'm playing an Age of Empires franchise game. I mean, this is more like what I'd expect from this game. Alright, let's move over here. Let's keep exploring the coastline. See if we can't find a better position to defend ourselves from. It's always nice, like on this coastline we found one path. If someone's going to attack from this side, they have to come through this little path right here. The north, though, seems to be wide open, which is a little more tough to defend against an attack from this direction. Sorry, I ramble quite a lot. I hope that doesn't bother you. We've got our villager here. We're going to build a house. We're going to put it, let's see, right here. That's why not. Lag, and the music all just decides to stop at once. Interesting. We're just going to keep breadth first searching our way around here. So we've got 250 food. We've got a lot of food. We need to be pumping people out. Let's get another villager. Let's have this guy build another house. So, in Age of Mythology, there are a few little tabs that tell you when a worker isn't working or when a military personnel is not moving, and that would be pretty beneficial right now, just so I can see when something's done, who's working. So we've got another club man. We're going to send him down here to the west side. What is this? This is a stable that's already damaged. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Is it being built right now? Yes, it is. Building a stable right here. They were going to start creating soldiers and attack us. But we've got another path across the water. Up here. Interesting. Well, that guy's dead. Who is this? That is an Axeman. That is a few Axemen. Where are my clubmen? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's back off a little bit. Where did they go? Oh man. Oh, here they are. Alright. He died. Okay. We're going to start making clubmen. And oh my goodness. Okay, those are quite a few of them. We've got 4 to work with here, I believe. Awesome, this is fun. It's not quite so fun that there's so many of them right there, but I'm happy that they're actually trying. It's not, the game isn't going easy, which I guess I do have it on the hardest settings, which I always have to do that for every game that I play. I'm not sure why I have to, but I do. Alright, so we've got our 4 pumping out another clubman. We've got our 5 because we just made another one. You build another house. We're just going to raise our population cap as much as we can. Combat. You back off. Alright, engage. Oh man. We are getting surrounded. focus everybody on one. Hopefully they won't do the same thing, and then we can win by numbers. Got another guy? Yeah, bring him over here. Yeah, they're all moving around. That allows us to focus our efforts on one person at a time. Okay, they have several here. Okay, we just need to keep pumping these guys out. We're gonna actually have you build another barracks. Let's build a second barracks so we can create soldiers twice as fast. Now that we've got this good, well-working economy of food being produced, let's build another villager. We're gonna keep our economy growing and growing. Everybody's working, right? All of our farms are still working. Awesome. Let's bring you up here. Build another clubman. 360 food. We have plenty of food right now. That is a very good thing. Getting that surplus shouldn't be too difficult. Heard that. Was it a villager? Yes. Oh, we've got 2 villagers here. Okay. We're gonna have you start a new farm. I just want food production to be incredible. Let's put you... Let's have you build a granary right here so that we can continue to build farms along this aisle. Let's get this guy up here. Got a villager. Let's have you build a storage pit right here. To deposit their wood, and then we're going to have 2 clubmen at a time being produced. We're going to build an army to counterattack. Man, look at all the bodies. That was a good little skirmish there. The entire last scenario wasn't exciting as that one fight. I understand that they were just trying to teach us how combat's going to work in the real game. Yeah, I think that tutorial was a little slow, but we're past it now. We are now into actually engaging scenarios, which is exciting. Okay, let's bring you up here to gather wood. Okay, this guy's done with that, so now we're going to place you on the farm. Not enough wood. Alright, yeah, now we're going to change you over to wood production. There's one, there's the next. Let's just keep making them. What's our population at? Let's see if we're going to run out of room. Nope, we're alright for a little bit. Alright, we've got wood being gathered pretty fast. Infantry armor. Ooh, archer armor, cavalry armor. Tool working, hand-to-hand unit attack. Interesting. Let's bring you up here. Bring you up here. Every time the music changes, it lags a little bit for me. I'm not sure exactly why. I'm not exactly sure why, rather. Yeah, we're going to upgrade to Battle Axe with one of these barracks. We'll try to get any advantage that we can over our opponents, Ramesses. We're not even watching our southern side, just because I know there are so many up here. Yeah, we're going to try to swarm and overwhelm. Hand-to-hand unit attack. Infantry. Let's see if that helps at all. Got another clubman. Alright, let's send him over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be 9. 10? No, just 9. Awesome, they're axemen now. Yes, they're all axemen. Oh, well, I guess that's what my opponent was using. Were they using axemen? I guess they were. Woodworking. +1 missile weapon range. Stone mining. Okay. Being attacked from this right side. Let's move to intercept. Let's have some trouble. Can I double click to select everyone? No, I cannot do that. That's all of my clubmen. I believe so. Yeah, this should be... There. Oh, we've got more people over here. It's a clubman, and that's an axeman. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, regroup. Move up here. Oh, that's a woodcutter. We need axemen to move up. Let's regroup everybody. This is an axeman. He's ready to go. So is he. Population is at 25. Right, are you ready to build a farm yet? Yes, you are very ready to build a farm. Okay. Alright, these are quite a few axemen. We're just gonna keep pumping these out. And why not march our guys up? Is this all axemen? We didn't accidentally grab a villager, did we? Axemen, yeah, these all look like axemen. Ooh. What is that? A trade boat. Can we hit it? Yes. Oh, and it's running. Oh no, a warship. Okay, that's not good. So they're on the waterway. Shall we build a dock? I believe we shall. Oh, I really didn't mean to bring you guys all that far. It'll be a little tough to differentiate you from the... One of these guys called woodcutters is just what they're calling them, alright? All our villagers have been used, yes. We can advance to the Bronze Age, which requires 800 food. That's probably why they're having a stockpile. 800 food, to be honest. Alright, let's take, per se, this guy. Let's build a dock. Let's build it right here. Then you can go back to your tree bud. Oh, these guys are scout ship attacking. Okay, let's back off. Let's back away from the water. I bet these guys hurt. Yeah, they've just got range. Because of course they'll run away, is the thing. Got the storage pit being built. Yeah, we'll have to stop that. You guys come over here and hit this building. We can't get too close to the shore. Alright. The dock is almost done. Alright, you can get back to wood. We're gonna build a scout ship. Alright, let's build some scout ships. What's our population at? Okay, actually I'm gonna have you build another house, bud. I know you're so good. Oh, we're actually hitting the boat. Awesome, we destroyed the boat. See, I didn't think that the boat would sit there and let us kill it. That's the problem. Everybody attack this guy. And then destroy the storage path. They're obviously coming through this path right here. The AI has chosen that for whatever reason. There's another scout ship. Our woodcutters are having to expand out now. You guys, go up and hit that boat. So now they're backing off, like they should. Do we have a scout ship yet? Yes, we do. That guy's full health. So we'll go ahead and build another scout ship. Oh, they've got bowmen over here. Okay, come back. We're gonna have to build up a little bit. You guys back off. Let's keep our barracks producing axemen. Man, the range that thing can fire is quite far. Fight this guy. Yeah, we need some more scout ships. This is a fairly interesting scenario. You chase him down and fight. And he's gone. Scout ship versus scout ship. 2-on-1. Let's build another one. Alright, let's get you guys all together. Okay, so they're sending more and more people. Did I just grab a woodcutter? Yes, I did. Is that an X-Men? Yeah, it is. Okay. I just don't want to be bringing my woodcutters over here. Hopefully we've got their navy engaged right now. That'd be a good thing. We obviously took some damage there. There's another scout ship. Is that a farmer? Oh, we're getting attacked over here. Okay. We're gonna have to come down and deal with these guys. Our farms are depleting. Alright, that makes sense. Oh, so there's an X-Man to move over. Here's one as well. Let's be continuously building more soldiers to replenish our military. Let's do another scout ship building. Let's see, where were... This farmer. Try to build a farm right here. That guy's dead. Are we getting hit from up top? It's an X-Men. Yeah, take him down. Oh, you guys come up here. These X-Men. You guys attack that boat. Move back up here. These guys are all really hurt. Yeah, we're gonna need more military. I totally didn't even think that these guys would be actually taking advantage of the navy. I guess they are. Now come over here. Alright. Come up here and take on that scout ship. Let's build another. We've got some X-Men to send into the fray. Let's build some more while we're at it. These guys really want the storage building here. They are fighting tooth and nail. I want to say I'm in the better situation here, but I'm not 100% sure. They've got a military station over here. There's a trade ship, a trade boat that we can mess with. Can you fight? Obviously they can cross that. I didn't know we could cross this section with our scout ships. This guy's almost down. Oh, we've got another scout ship to come up and take its place. So it's not just one-on-one. Alright, let's make sure everybody is focusing their efforts on this. So if I do this, it selects the military units. I wish that it would only select the military units. That would be pretty useful. Let's build another scout ship. Alright, they're obviously creating more and more of those scout ships. You guys can take this guy. Is that a living person? Yeah, he needs to die. Scout ships. Wow, guys, this is getting a little crazy. Okay. Alright, regroup. We've just got one scout ship down there now. This trade boat is literally sitting right here. I'm not sure why. I'm sure they have a dock somewhere that we can destroy. These are a lot of X-Men. Let's make sure we're continuing to build more. We've got plenty of food. There's a scout ship coming up. Our wood production is getting less and less efficient. We're gonna have to find a better spot to gather wood from. Yeah, we're gonna need wood. I mean, we have people gathering wood, but not very efficiently at all. To increase our wood production. Are we building a scout ship down here right now? Yes, we are. We're almost done with it, too. We've got houses over here. Egyptian village. We're gonna have to find another large source of wood, just because it's really not very efficient to do this. Oh, there's some over here. Why don't we take you guys, and once you drop off, why don't you build another storage pit? Not enough wood. Okay. So as soon as we get to 100, man, that's a little unfortunate. Do we have another boat? Yes, he's coming. He's at 80-something%. All right, we need to increase wood. There's a dog. There's no one there. Let's just hit it right now. Let's just start working on it. We've got another scout ship here. I'm sure that this is where they're building those boats from. Oh man, those guys. Ships do some damage to villagers. Or to bowmen. Okay, so we're controlling this a little better now. We've got 100 wood, so we're going to go ahead and build that storage pit. Not enough wood? 120 wood needed, okay. Alright, everybody beginning this. There is a town center. I don't know if that's their only town center, but it sure is a town center. Okay, we're just going to move right across. Let's keep building. How close are we to the population cap? We're at 30 out of 32. That'll put us over. But there will most definitely be combat that happens as a result of this. Okay, let's come down here and hit this military target first. Stock production of units. I don't know how much good that trade boat will do without a dog. That sound tells me that we have 2 more axemen ready to go. Come over here. Everybody take on this archery range. This dock is going to take a good while to destroy, and I wonder if it wouldn't be better just to bring my army back. That's what I'll do after they finish taking out this archery range. These villagers go down so fast. So when you attack the trade boat, will they run away? Or will they just sit there and take it? He's just going to sit there and take it, alright. Okay, we also need to have people farming again. It's not good that we have so many farmers not farming. Oh, we're gathering wood. I guess not very quickly. We've got 3 up here. Let's build another villager. Okay, we need to build more houses. Let's have this guy right here. I want you to build a house. Right here. We've got a lot of villagers here doing absolutely nothing. So, we've got wood. Let's build another farm. Right here. Let's have this guy build... well, let's have these guys go ahead and build the storage pit that we want. Over here. How's our military doing? They won. Alright, come over here and destroy this dock. Let's go ahead and knock that out. See how they like it when we send a large army their way. We got that villager. While they're at it, we'll destroy all these houses and the population cap will drop, which will be nice. Of course, they can just rebuild them somewhere else, but that's okay. It'll hinder them, they'll have to waste resources, which is always a good thing. Man, that does a lot of damage. Oh yeah, the dock's going down much quicker now. What is this? A builder? Okay, you guys all start going for wood. You are on wood production too. For you, we're going to build another farm. We'll get everybody working again, don't you worry. Okay. As far as our scout ships go, we need to keep scouting. Ooh, what is this? A light transport ship. Yeah, that needs to be gone as quickly as possible. Who knows how many troops it has on it? We could have none. This guy is okay. have all these houses to wipe. This thing's gonna die pretty slowly. No, it's going pretty quick. The waterway continues over the right. Interesting. Cut off the resources. It's always smart to kill the villagers. Disrupt their economy. That's gone. Looks like they have fishing ships over here. I don't know where they would be able to deposit their resources. I guess they can't deposit their resources. Okay, well it looks like we have figured out that this whole map is divided in half. It's interesting, this river goes all the way down the middle of the map and it separates our side from their side. How interesting. Well, you guys are going to, I guess, just control and defend, and set up right here. And we won't need to invest any more into you guys for a little bit, into the Navy. We can have naval control of the waters, which is a great thing. This guy, we're going to build another farm. Let's go ahead and build another one up here. Oh, there was one guy. We need to have him go back to his farm, so we can have all the farms out there. Small wall, watchtower. Two are working. Hand-to-hand attack. Not. Alright. Let's get rid of these villagers. Ooh. So the game's not over when we destroy this town center. They obviously have somewhere else that they're going to. Oh, he was going to this winery up here. That's what he was doing. Hey, more. Another fishing ship? Okay, did they build another dock? Come up and scout along the river. You gotta make sure they're not doing that. What's our population cap? We're at 32 out of 36. Let's keep building villagers. And really, honestly, we don't have to completely destroy them. All we have to do is take over the ruin site, but I have this giant army. Why not just wipe it out, right? I say giant. I have this decent army relative to the game type that I'm currently playing. Alright, there's another farm. These guys are doing good with their wood production. We've got another villager. We will go ahead and put them on wood production as well. I guess we should scout for the ruin. We're about to be at 800 surplus meat, so I bet you any moment I will suddenly stumble upon a ruin, and then I guess once I walk up to it, we'll take control of it, and then I'll technically win the scenario. So that's a good thing. Oh, it has to be in this direction. It's not going to be on our side of the map. Watchtower. Okay, so we're getting into more military positioning, so there'll definitely be another town center. We're going to go ahead and be building additional axemen. I feel like this army will be big enough to win the scenario for us, but I'm not 100% sure. We gave up the surplus to build these two axemen. We'll just see how this goes. This is my OCD, guys. We've just got farms, walls. This guy who's about to die anyways, I'm going to send him a scout over here. Don't you guys think you should probably group up a little more? Yeah, group. No ruin over here. There it is. Ramses has been defeated. Well guys, that was a lot of fun. Let's see the outcome. The Nile River Valley was ideally suited to farming because of the dependable water supply and the excellent soils that were re-enriched each year by floods. Once the Egyptians learned to irrigate lands not directly adjacent to the river, food production and population boomed. Egypt remained one of the most productive grain-growing areas of the world throughout ancient times. The burgeoning riches of Egypt made it possible to build armies that proved capable of defending the valley and even expanding the rule of Egyptian kings. The Nubians were pushed back but never completely conquered. Lower Egypt, around the Delta, fell sometime around 3100 BC to Upper Egypt, uniting the two. The ancient Egyptians never forgot that there had once been two Egypts. Thereafter, the ruler was known as the king of Upper and Lower Egypt. How interesting. It's cool that this game is giving us a little bit of history as a reward. Alright, so our military was 79 in comparison to their 10, but their economy was far superior. We had 39 points in economy, they had 95. We had a little more religion than them, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what we owned that was religious in nature. Our technology was definitely more advanced. I invested a lot in improving our military technology. And both sides survived the encounter. However, we won the scenario. We destroyed that town center, and I'm sure they could have had another town center, but I'm not exactly sure. Either way, we won the scenario. 288 to 211 was the total score. Let's go to the timeline and see how interesting. So they were down to next to nothing. It took 39 minutes and 13 seconds to complete. Wow. Well guys, that was a lot of fun. Let's see, the next mission is called Trade. So literally this Ascent of Egypt learning campaign is one scenario at a time. It is introducing a new aspect to the game and teaching us how things work. Now we know how farming works. And I guess if you watch this series, you can follow through it and basically learn how to play the game from scratch, which is kind of nice, I would guess. I'm very happy that at this point we have advanced to the Tool Age. We've been through a skirmish mission, so now we actually have combat. We have opponents across the board, which is nice. The next mission is called Trade. See, Age of Empires is kind of like a game of chess. It's a lot of strategy, and you want to feel like you have a smart opponent that's trying to thwart you, so that when you finally win, you feel like you accomplished something. These first missions, they weren't very engaging, and they didn't really make me feel like that, but I can see, I guess, how they were necessary in the scheme of things, at least back in 1997, I believe, when this came out. So, well guys, that just about wraps up today's video, and thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss the latest content from Twinnrova Gaming. This has been Gaming with Twinn, Age of Empires, and I hope to see you next time.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going on a road trip. This is how I show my love. I'm playing in my mind because I'm blaming on my ADD, baby. This is how an angel does. I'm blaming on my own supply. So blame it on my ADD, baby.